Being personal, timely, and relevant. I've heard that from so many brands that I've heard now for the last day and a half. It cannot be stressed enough how important it is to engage a mobile strategy. SMS is king. Regardless of what folks say that SMS is dying, it grows every single year. If it didn't, I wouldn't be here talking to you all. So, being personal, campaigns that appeal to what users want. Being timely, I'll skip ahead a little bit here. I'm a United Airlines flyer. I love to hate them, they love to hate me. So, as we can all appreciate traveling to everywhere. One of the greatest things that I had, this just started a few weeks ago, they came out with an app. They've had four different iterations of their mobile app. The first 3 sucked. And then finally, they actually started giving me content that I actually cared about. Like, hey Jamie, your gate has changed, and because you're always running late, I'm going to tell you where your gate actually is now, so you can sweat more and run more. That's helpful to me. That means something to me. When whatever happens in the United world, now they know what time you should be boarding. I got a boarding alert. Hey, dummy, get on time and you'll be boarding on time, but if you're not, you're going to start to board. That's important to me as a consumer. I don't pay for that, but I'm loyal to that brand because they do things like that, and I trust it. The gentleman that said earlier, you got to earn trust. You earn respect from your sales team. You earn respect from people that you manage or you don't manage. That's earned, right? But it's timely, and there's so many other examples. Relevant. I'm a huge Dick's Sporting Good, I said frequent flyer, but loyal customer. And we spend a lot. I've got 4 kids, a wife, we do every sport under the sun, and I spend a lot at Dick's Sporting Goods. Why does that matter? So think about somebody, the person that spoke at Home Depot from Home Depot, Evan, what is her name? Erin, thank you. Awesome. She talked about Geofence, everybody knows about that, but I don't think they do. You set up a digital fence, you walk through it, you drive people to brick and mortar stores through in-store exclusive coupons, and the moment I walk through that door, boom, my phone lights up, and there's something that I care about. Do it all the time. Now the experience I had with that also is coupons. If you actually take the time to take your receipt and you fill out the survey, it says how great it was. I'm a great proprietor in going back and doing those things and getting my $10 off $50 purchase, but yet that coupon I have to print. Now, if you're the retailer, if you're the brand, that's one less, $10 of revenue you didn't get. However, I came in there, I might spend 60 or 70 that day. And I was only thinking I spent 50 or 40 net and I'm all good. But that's got to be mobile in the sense of a message. Maybe a push, maybe some of these other technologies, but an SMS is always going to be king of these things. If I have that on me, I can use it right there and I'll think, oh, well, I saved 10, I might as well get $10 more in stock. So that helps, right? That drives loyalty. That drives a good customer experience. It's personal, timely, and relevant. And it applies towards all Gen Zs and millennials. I'll talk about email here in a second. So the other day I'm driving my youngest to baseball practice. I said, hey, Jason, I can't text and drive, write an email. And he looked at me like I had 3 heads. Because how do I even start? What do you mean how do I even start? You press this button, and then before you know it, I'm probably driving and doing it, which I shouldn't be doing. And again, having an app doesn't check the mobile messaging box, or geo box, or gamification boxes, or all the other pieces in there. It can be part of it. I think Target, very, very good. Their new app, very, very good. Has all the pieces. Easy to sign up. It's SMS driven. It's one-time password, back and forth. Sets up your home, storing your location. Geofence is set. All those things are there. Okay. So let's see. Stage right. Those are my kids' phones. Notice through the blurry 5,728 emails, they're not answering email. So if you're directly marketing to my kids, you're wasting your time if it's email driven. Apologies to any email marketing companies. But the reality is SMS is taking over. Email is a good backup, unless you're in this age group. Some of these, obviously some of those other apps would not be on the front, or they'd be in 5 folders of subfolders. But then if you look at my phone on your right, my right, your left, notice all the notifications that haven't been read. Those are for the brands that have apps on page number 3 of my phone. And yes, that is Andy Pettit in the background, one of the best New York Yankees ever. So I say that because you probably throw stuff at me here in Boston, but He's a beast. And they're obviously savages in the box if you follow New York Yankees. So you can't be in page 3 and expect to communicate effectively with your customers. It doesn't happen. You gotta be personal, timely, and relevant. It's gotta come in a message. It's gotta come in something that I'm gonna consume quickly and see, or walk through a fence, or be driven to a brick and mortar store, or wherever that may be. That's what is going to happen. Plain and simple. Yeah, but that's real life. The 157, that's one of the movie companies in our area, Regal Cinema. You can tell how much, and when you get to that app, you don't even find what the 157 is. Good luck having people come back in or even caring about your loyalty program. They won't care. Okay, so what's really hot at my household with 3 boys and a girl, daughter number 3 in age, 16, TikTok and Snapchat is what it's all about. If you don't believe me, well, you can ask her, but I'll let you know her. But and then YouTube, that phenomenon of YouTube. This goes a little bit off topic, but my kids have TVs in their rooms. Yes, they're spoiled, but they all watch and consume TV on their iPads. And the TV is like there, and their iPad is here, and I'm like, why don't you watch TV then? Why would I do that? Dad? It's right here. And what do you watch on? I watch YouTube all the time. That's just reality, right? Brands can say, oh, it's scary, we're emailers, we're this, we're direct mail, or blah, 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 blah. But if you don't embrace this, you will be left behind, and others will take that. I don't know if folks saw the Snap Mark's presentation. Awesome. I mean, we talked after the show, we are doubling down on omni-channel marketing, advertising, programming, all those pieces, because their user base is extremely loyal, and it's just instant communication, instant gratification. So social apps are there. Customer service is an interesting one. Lots of huge brands, especially in the transport, delivery, logistics area. A lot of those folks have gone out and mobilized their mobile number, their customer service numbers. They can text from that. And they do customer service through that. Gen Zs and millennials don't want to talk to people. My kids think I'm strange because I talk to people all the time. Dad, why do you talk to strangers? Well, because it's human interaction and I like it. I'm in sales. If I didn't do that, I would not be in sales very much longer. So this is a funny one. We're interviewing some junior salespeople for the team here. And I asked this one person, I said, what does SMS mean to you? I was trying to understand how much homework do they do in the background. And he goes, look, dude, SMS is the fabric of my life. And I chuckled, and I thought, it can't get any more real than that sentiment. And that's coming right from the proverbial horse's mouth. So, you can look at all these other numbers. 25% response rate in under a minute. We all know that's true. You can get an email, and yeah, it might be a 6-second. If a corporate email comes through in 6 seconds, you might read it. An SMS is seconds. Because you want to see, because your phone is literally glued to your hand, which I don't understand why my kids don't ever answer the phone when I text them or call them, because somehow that phone is surgically implanted in their hand, but they don't respond when Dad comes through. Email, next generational users don't use it. Like I said before, the 3,275 emails unread, that's saying that they even set up an email client on their phone to begin with. Okay, lots of text, and I'll just go through it. If you don't believe me that SMS is going to be a predominantly heavily driven or used channel for subscriber acquisition or advertising or what else, Snap Travel. I'm not paid by these guys, but I was impressed. I literally booked my hotel room for this show through Snap Travel using SMS only. Never talked to a human being. Had questions about customer service, had interactive two-way chat using the good old-fashioned short code in my business that everybody complains about, but just works night and day. And I booked everything through that. They followed up with me on an SMS and said, your room is ready, it's this and that, here's your confirmation number. Didn't think it was legit. I checked out the site, it was. They do Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp for Business, and SMS. That's how you book your stuff. Pretty cool. SMS, Key Driver. It's an ROI Key Driver. It's next generation friendly and growth. Loyalty, I think a lot of brands have good loyalty programs. They don't go far enough in how they reach the subscriber by what kind of medium they want to use. SMS, MMS, RCS, all these great acronyms that make you sound smart if you don't know anything. Geofencing is Everybody says everybody knows about it and it's around. I see very few people actually using it. If you want brick and mortar to be able to fight against the Amazons of the world, these are the ways that you would go about combating that with in-store type special promotions or with loyal customers that spend a lot of money in your brand or ones that have walked away you want to get back. It's going to take this. It's not traditional. Let's see, push notification. It's effective. It's not as effective as SMS because it kind of comes and goes and you think, oh, where did that, I saw some message and I got to go back and look for that. That's a little clunky. Email, well, I've already bashed that enough, so I think I've proven my point on that. Don't worry, I'm not going to read this. We'll be here for the next 3 hours and I'm not getting in front of dinner. So this just shows how many different brands in different verticals have invested in what I've been talking about and all the different use cases. So if you're in marketing or you're a CMO or Chief Product Officer, Chief Digital Officer, the proof's in the pudding. There's different verticals that are doing this stuff. Okay, who wants to wrap up and play a quick game? Boy, that excitement is, it's 4:30, the haze has gone over, I get it. Okay, real quick, everybody take your phones out. Device, whatever. I want you to text Route Mobile to 75759.
One word. One word.
One word. All right, so when you get all that, we love to say everybody's a winner, right? So when you get that, add your winning coupon to the wallet in your phone, which is a little ad on the top right. And if you get that, we're giving away some pretty cool prizes. So thank you for your time. I'm sorry I've gone over, but I kept it pretty close. All right, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Jamie.